Okay, welcome to today's next level session. Man, we're late in May. So how's the market going for everybody? I heard today from a local broker that things seem to be speeding up. It could just be a local thing for us. I don't know if there's I don't know why that would be. Interest rates are going up. I wonder if maybe some people are getting FOMO, right? Over the interest rates going up. Now they're kind of getting off the fence if they were thinking about buying. But I was thinking things would lighten up. Comment in the chat, if you're experiencing anything there. For everybody else, just talk about the market for a minute. Figure that's something, a little new dimension we can add to these sessions. But otherwise, what we've been doing all week, as you all know, is YouTube strategies for real estate pros. So if we look at the playlist here, we had part 1 and part 2. You can always access this playlist at insiderealestate.com/webinars. It'll take you right here. And we've been kind of working our way through this outline. The first day we did all this stuff. Second day we did all this stuff. And then today, just going to kind of tie things up a little bit and kind of focus in on kvCORE itself and where we might integrate and leverage the YouTube videos we're making in kvCORE. So as always, guys, just drop any questions and comments in the chat box. Mariam, I see you raised your hand. I never know how to find that. When somebody raises their hand, where do I go? But please chat for me in the main chat box. You can chat directly to me if it's something private. Just choose host and panelists. Okay, so let's kind of just hop in and talk first about integrating our YouTube videos into kvCORE landing pages. So I'm going to log into kvCORE. Should have probably done that beforehand, but like I said, I'm running just a minute behind here. So we're in kvCORE, and the feature I'm talking about, of course, is our build landing page option. So it's under lead engine right here. I click build landing page, and then we have a few different landing page templates that are video based. So we have on the left here on this drop down, we have the video view, which doesn't collect contact info. It just shows the video. And then the person can click a button to go to something else. I really like using these pages for bridges where somebody might opt in for something and then I redirect them to a page like this. We've done webinars about this, where you kind of do you introduce yourself and put your face in front of the camera before they continue to the thing they were looking for. So if somebody's downloading a new construction list, you might say, hey, it's me, Ryan, we're Forever Florida Real Estate. Thanks for accessing that new construction list. Just want to let you know who I am. Hi. My cell number is down below if you ever need it, and you click that button and go on to the next, go on to the list you're requesting. So that would be an example of kind of a bridge page and a way that you would use a video with the kvCORE landing page right here. The other type is the video lead generation, very similar, except it collects an email and a cell phone number before the person goes to the content. Mariam, I'll address that. Could be a support issue, but maybe I can look at toward the end of this session. Okay, so on these pages, the way that we integrate the YouTube video is pretty straightforward, but it can be a little confusing if you're not so used to doing this. You'll notice up top it says YouTube ID, right up top, and what this means is it's the actual ID of the YouTube video, not the full URL. So the way that we can get that is we'll go to the YouTube video right here. And I'm just going to go to our replay from yesterday. I'll just use this as my example video. And then if we go and we click share underneath the video, that's probably the easiest way to get the ID. You click share, and then it's the stuff after the slash right here. So it's basically it's the idea of the video. Another way you can do it, if you're a little familiar with parameters in a URL, it's this question mark v equals. I know it's small on your screen, guys, but that same kind of variable, that ID, shows up in the v parameter. So it would just be the v equals, and it would be this section. But again, clicking share is probably the cleanest way, and just copy the stuff that's after the slash. And then if I come over here to the landing page, I just pop that in. And you can see down at the bottom, it put our replay from yesterday in there, kind of loads the video up. So pretty straightforward, but it's a thing to know. It kind of opens up the door. There's lots of things you can do with your videos, all the videos we talked about in part 1, where you can make them the focal point of your lead generation. You could even on a video lead page, you might say, hey, download that new construction list. And instead of just having people read the text, maybe you do a video of yourself, telling people to download the list on the first part. So lots of possibilities. Or you could do a property tour, leave the price off the video, right? Have this be 123 Main Street. Like that. And then somebody watches the quick tour, and then the button, the submit button says see price, and other details. So you kind of tease them with your video, right? And then they give you their email and cell number, and then they can continue on to see price and other details right there. So just an example of that. So that's integrating YouTube videos and KV Core landing pages. You also have the ability to add a YouTube video as your KV Core homepage background. I think we talked about this about a week ago, but I know not everybody's on every session, but it's basically when you go to my page here, you see in the background, it's got just a video I found on YouTube, just of a tour of my area. And it just kind of works the same way. You're going to need the ID, as I just showed you, of a specific video. It could be any video that's just listed on YouTube. And then you're going to come to the web and IDX section right here. And it's under site, it's under edit settings. So it's next to your name under edit settings. And then you have to scroll down and you're looking for the YouTube ID. Takes me a minute. Sometimes I scroll too fast. It's down somewhere. Here it is. It's under the template section. And it's right here. And here's, you can see where the ID is. Now, a little hack for getting here is you can hit Control F and it brings up this little search box. You can do this on any web page and just type YouTube in and it'll kind of skip you right there, your browser. And then also, I think up here, maybe there's a section for template. Yeah, if you click the template, I kind of just did that the long way, didn't I? So if you want to enter a YouTube video, just click the template on the left side and it'll be the first option. Like that. So very cool stuff. It gives you a nice background. These videos don't autoplay on mobile, but on desktop, it really can punch up your design and be a lot of fun. Embedding YouTube videos in blog posts. So, if you're going to do a YouTube video like the local neighborhood tour or, interviewing a business owner, some of the ideas we talked about, it always makes sense to put it, on YouTube, but YouTube will actually reward your site from an SEO perspective slightly if Google sees that you're embedding their YouTube videos in your pages. Just think about it. They want to incentivize pages that kind of use their properties is the theory. I don't know this for sure, but it's kind of like the theory about the algorithm that's out there. And also it just makes for good content, right? So I can take a video. Here, we'll go to the same example, our webinar from yesterday. Again, I'm going to click share. And instead of grabbing the link, I'm going to click the embed right here. So, and then I can take that, I'm going to copy and put it on my clipboard. And then if I'm doing a blog post, go to the blog post section, I'm going to quick actions and then blog posts. Oops. And then I can add a post. Okay, just a post example. And then to embed the YouTube video, I'm going to use the little code thing right here. It's little like 2 carrots that are up in the toolbar here. And then I'm just going to paste that in. Hit save. And you can see it kind of gets thrown in the box there. And then I can publish. And then I can preview. It's taking a second to load. But definitely embed your YouTube videos. You're kind of giving a hyperlink back to YouTube too, in a way. And Google does like when you're hyperlinking out to things that are resources. You're creating a little of that cross-linking, intralinking that the search engines love so much. So it is a good idea to embed your YouTube videos into blog posts when you get a chance. I think I just broke my site somehow. Come on, man. Post example. Let's try that again. You guys still there? Hopefully my internet didn't die. Nope, you're still there. Now it's working. Okay. So there we go. And you can see, thanks, Mary. So you can see the video embedded. And, it embeds nice and clean, and you can put text around it. And it's just a good practice. You could also, a little extra bonus tip, call to action. Oh, I did have a bullet point. Add call to action to subscribe. And I got to give you the link for that. So what I could do in this blog post, go find it again. You can do this many other places. You could do this in your signature in KV Core. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Always be notified in your stream about great new deals, listings, something like that. And I can make this call to action. It could be under my blog post. It could be in my email signature. But there is a way to build a subscribe link that directly pops up and makes somebody subscribe. So if I go to my channel, oops, I guess because we're streaming live, it's playing me. But you could just link to this for the subscribe, and then they would get here and subscribe. But there is actually a way to build a link that pops the subscribe up instantly. And I should have prepared. I should have known how to do this, but I'm going to Google it now. How to create a YouTube subscribe link. It's going to give me any text. There's just a URL format. Here it is, right here. So this format, I'm going to put it in our document. Okay, and then this is the part you need to change. Is just your channel, right? The part that says your channel. So in our case, it's Yusuf Inside Real Estate. So like that. It's hyperlinking to that example. So I want to make sure this hyperlinks to apply. And then what happens is this. Let me see. I'm worried I might have found an old article, and this could be wrong, but I'm going to try it in another window here. Okay. So bad information. Let me see. But I know we have one that's floating out there that auto subscribes people to our YouTube. Like if you guys take our Quick Start course, it takes you straight there. I think that was it was from 2017. Here, watch this. I think it's channel. This guy built a subscribe link. I'm going a little bit down a rabbit hole, aren't I? Yeah, let's see. That's correct. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put it in the doc here. Is everybody following what we're doing here? I'm saying that you can link to this. It's basically just go to your channel page and add !sub_confirmation equals 1 and just change out the URL there. And then it'll automatically pop up this. So, and we're, like we said on day 1 of this series, building a subscriber base is, a KPI, key performance indicator for your business that you might work towards. So you might decide as a team or as a brokerage, like, hey, one of the main things that we're going to track is our YouTube subscribers, because we know that it gets us lots of free organic traffic. It builds our brand and everything else. So, creating this subscribe link and sharing it and putting it everywhere you can makes a lot of sense. So the other place I might put that would be in my profile in KV Core. So I'd go to my name up at the top right, go to my profile. My profile is pretty littered with examples underneath. It's in my signature, excuse me. So if I click edit here, edit profile. And then in the signature section down here, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, Jeff. Substitute the inside real estate part in that doc for whatever the channel name is of yours. So you basically just want to go to your YouTube channel where it says your channel right here. And then swap out this part, I guess. That was kind of weird. It took me to it 2 ways. Before it had a C, but I do think it works both ways. And then you're adding that sub confirmation stuff to the end. And Google's your friend, guys. There's lots of people who have tutorials about this if you just follow what they're saying. But I really think, linking them straight to the subscribe, it removes an extra step versus just sending them to the channel. It's kind of nice that it just pops up like that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to always be notified about new listings and deals. Whenever you do like a call to action, it's always good to give them the reason why they're doing what you're asking them to do, right? So what's in it for them, and then I have that. I use the link here and I link it. You can also create a short link that forwards to that with GoDaddy if you wanted to, if you're really going nuts about YouTube, you could do like XYZ real estate channel.com and then it would just go straight there and have them subscribe. So, but again, building subscribers is useful because a lot of people are using YouTube as like a TV and they use it like the guide on cable. So, I come here and you click on subscriptions. Whenever I have some leisure time or I'm walking the dogs, I know I said this the other day, but I think it's an important part, about the why behind all of this, why we want to be doubling down on YouTube. I come in here and I click subscriptions on the mobile app. It's just kind of like right there, like automatically shows it to you. But then boom, it shows chronological order, everything that's going on. So if you can get a lot of people doing this, and a lot of kids are consuming real estate this way, they're consuming content this way. They're in the habit of coming here and you've got a real estate video popping up a few times a week. Who becomes their realtor after a while? It's like having your own TV channel in some ways. So you become the real estate channel locally for a lot of people. All right, I'm beating that one to death, but I think it's a really important one. All right, so we embedded some YouTube videos and blog posts, adding YouTube videos to emails. So this is a common question we get. How do I add a video to an email? Now, everybody knows that we've got our core video integration. It's definitely awesome. I highly recommend it. So, if you can afford to do that and you're doing enough video where it makes sense, you can always go into the advanced editor here and drop in a video email. So you come right here with video. Oops, that's the URL. My fault. I apologize. I'm supposed to pick core video like that. And then you can directly embed a core video. But the thing is, when you embed a core video or you embed any other video, videos don't actually play as of right now in YouTube clients, in email clients. Stumbling. They don't play in email clients. So what actually happens, and this is what BombBomb and Core Video integration does, it's actually an image of the video. And then the image of the video links out to the actual video player. So if you did want to embed a YouTube video, I'm doing quotation marks, I'm not on camera, but so-called embed, really what you're going to do is you're going to come to your video. I'm just going to grab one of ours. Grab a screenshot of it. Okay. So I'm using my screenshot tool. I've got the video player, right? I'll even go nuts sometimes and I'll do this, like draw an arrow to the play button. And I'll save this to my hard drive. Then I'll go to I'll upload it as a picture. By the way, this was the Craigslist trick back in the day. You could do this on Craigslist because you couldn't play videos on Craigslist, but you put a picture of the video of like a fixer upper. Woo, would that generate a lot of leads? And then have somebody and hyperlink it. And then the next step here is to link this to the actual video. And that where you're going to do that is right under here, which is image link. So it's not this. This is the link of the image, but it's under the action. It's the image link. And then all I need to do is grab the YouTube link here out of my browser. And I can put that in there. So if you want to put a video in an email, that's one way to do it. I will confess, usually I'm a bit lazier than that. So looks cool. You can put a video in. Almost as effective is to just send a regular HTML email like this. Hey, you know, whenever you have a video, try to mention it like new fixer listing, video enclosed. You know, mention video in your subject line like that. Hey, hi. We just got a very interesting new fixer upper listing in XYZ city. Click here to watch a quick video walk tour of it. And then I just do some arrows like this and drop the YouTube link like that. And what's interesting about this is that Google or Gmail in particular, I think they still do this. If they see a YouTube link in the email, they'll actually put the actual YouTube video in the email. That's like one case where the video might actually play. They put it below your signature. And I can't remember if it actually plays in the Gmail application or if it kind of skips over to YouTube, but it kind of does it inside automatically. So that's another way to go about this. You know, a little less time consuming. The other advantage of doing it this way is that you have less images and less HTML in the email. So there's a chance it'll be less likely to hit spam. Either way, I wouldn't overthink it either way. Just do what makes sense. If you're trying to do something cool, like you have a nice luxury listing, you know, and you're doing something very polished, and then embed the picture of the video. If you're doing something down and dirty and quick, you know, then do it this way. No wrong or rights with that. Okay. Oh, and I almost forgot the big part of today's tutorial. I forgot. So that's just some ways to use, integrate your YouTube videos into your workflows with KV Core. But it is quite important now that I show you how to run a YouTube video ad. So we're going to switch gears and we're going to head on over to a Google Ads account and we're going to run a video ad. And before I do that, I want to make sure I get a video to use with my ad. So you're going to want to have the video ready. I think on my personal channel, I have some old real estate videos I've done in other webinars. So I'm just kind of skipping over there just to grab one. Yeah, like this one right here. This was in December of 2020. I used a background image. I actually recorded a Zoom of our office and I put an alligator in the street. And I told people to text the keyword home value report. We mentioned this yesterday, right? Doing calls to actions in your videos. So it pops up in yellow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this as a way to generate home valuation leads. So all I need first is I need the YouTube URL. So I'm just kind of grabbing that right here. Okay. I'll drop this to everybody watching live. You know, I ran this for a little while. It worked. You might end up paying a pretty penny for a lead, like 50 to 100 bucks per lead. So I only ran it for a little while. I'm not super active selling and couldn't service the leads that came in very quickly. But this kind of thing does work if you get on camera and you tell people to do things, especially if you're kind of known in your market. You know, you've been there your whole life. There are tons of people who know you already. You know, your real estate company already has good brand presence. You're going to get much better response because you're like, oh, there's that guy. I know him. Like, I'll respond to this. As far as real estate goes in my market, I'm kind of a stranger. So any leads I got was just cold stuff. But there's a very good chance that somebody who went to high school is going to see this and be like, oh, look at that. He's still in real estate. So there's other advantages to running ads like this. So it's sitting here like this with the URL. Got it ready to go. I'm going to go to ads.google.com. They're going to make me sign in real quick. And then I'm going to go and make a new campaign in Google. So new campaign. And then my objective, I can pick leads, I can pick website traffic. If you have a call to action in the video, I'd probably just stick with website traffic and don't worry so much about conversions unless you plan on spending a lot of money. I found that it's tough to get direct leads this way, even though you can. But I like to do the website traffic with my video ads. There's no really right or wrong way. You can also do the brand awareness and reach. Google's doing this new thing where it like throws up all your conversion actions here. I've been just hitting continue. I'm not sure. Like, I guess you could delete some of these, but I think you're fine just to hit continue. And then the important part is that you're going to pick video right here. Hit continue. Campaign name is going to be home valuation alligator. Just kidding. At the alligator street home valuations video. My bid strategy is maximize conversions or target CPA. You can leave it to maximize conversions. Right here, it's kind of funny. I just told them I didn't want to do that, but they only give you the target CPA option. So leave it at maximize conversions. Set a budget. Set it to $10 a day. I'm going to set the location. And I'm going to choose my area here. So okay, and then I just want to mention you can advance search and you can drop a pin. And get really tight and only show the video like within 1 mile of your office. Oops. So like this. Which is kind of cool. That's like pretty tight. I might actually make it 2. Or you can run it in the whole market. So if you have a listing that you're promoting, you can show it to everybody using YouTube within a mile or 2 of that listing. It's really cool. And again, that was the advanced location search. The advanced search right here is where you can do those radius things. Or you could just make it real broad. Totally up to you. Okay, I'm going to kind of scroll past some of these other options. The demographic stuff I wouldn't touch. And in fact, I think if you try to run the demographic stuff and you're doing a real estate ad, they're going to kind of turn the ad off or not show the traffic a lot anyway. So I would leave that off. There are these audience segment things here. They're always changing these, but you can use this for retargeting. We did a big series in March about retargeting. So you could do that. You can also try the custom segments. So a custom segment would be anybody in this area who searched real estate, for example. And you can add keywords if you want. You can also do people with interest or purchase intentions. Just do real estate. And oh, it's still doing the keywords here. Let's see. Didn't undo that. But you're basically kind of tapping into YouTube's data, the way they spy on us. It's giving me the same list, but play around with that. I would say in most cases though, guys, you don't really need to target. You're more concerned with the location. You're trying to show your ad in the local market because everybody is a potential buyer or seller. You can make that argument, but you can get more targeted if you want. I'm gonna cancel that custom segment. Here's where you do your data would be the retargeting stuff. And then interest in detailed demographics. I apologize. This is what I was trying to get to. You can pick real estate. So it's people who are searching real estate in that area if you want to. So that's it for targeting. Once you've got the targeting and the campaign settings down, it's quite straightforward. All you need to do is paste in your YouTube video and then give the URL where you want people to go to. So in this case, I was doing a home value report ad. So I'm just going to take them to foreverfloridarealestate.com/the sell, right? The sell page right here, the sell.php. Get home value, get value. You only have 10 characters for call to actions. Check value, too long. Get value. It's way too short, in my opinion. Check home. What's yours work? See? I don't know. Check value. This part frustrates me. And then long headline, check your Pinellas County home value today, something like that. Fast, easy estimate. Fast, free estimate. So you're just, you guys can see what it's doing in the middle there. It's just putting this extra text next to it. And that's it. I can hit create campaign like so. And it's done. So once you have the video made, it's not that hard. You just need to kind of pick the location you're targeting and pick any other interests, but you know, and some of the other campaign objectives. But this is a very, very powerful, fast way to generate lots of views of your videos and get exposure from your YouTube videos. One other thing that I want to take a minute to do is I want to see if you can directly generate subscribers. Just kind of occurred to me. So I want to try to run another ad here. Oops. I have to do it from the get-go. Google, like Facebook, is making their dashboards as hard as possible to use for everybody. They just like to do that. More and more confusing. So I'm doing a new campaign. Reach a broad audience. I was trying to see if I could do a campaign that directly got subscribers. Yeah, maybe not. But I would try. I might have to pick this up next week, but I'm going to try to do an ad that sends people to that link that I just mentioned. And it'll just be me on video and saying, hey, you want to know the latest, greatest deals in, you know, Pinellas County? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I want to see if I can just build subscribers directly with an ad. Because again, I think that's the name of the game here. Build subscribers, and then the more videos you post, you're going to get that organic traffic for them. But I think that's it, guys, for the content for this week. I'm sure I missed some other tips and tricks, but we kind of fire hosed you, I think, with some YouTube stuff related to using YouTube with your real estate business. Was there anything you feel like I left out or that you're wondering about? Feel free to comment if you're watching live on Zoom, or if you're watching on the YouTube channel, the replay, feel free to comment in the chat. Thanks, Raphael. Yeah. It's just, it's cool to see, you know, I've got my own hacks and I'm sure other people have theirs. I would definitely, if you're getting serious about YouTube, YouTube marketing tips, I would go on YouTube itself. There's going to be tons of people, like tons and tons of great things on there just about generic, you know, how to use YouTube for marketing. And I would just Google, or YouTube, not Google, but pop this keyword in here and start learning. And another great way to do this, of course, is to watch what other people are doing. You know, other realtors who have a YouTube channel. So you might just pick a random city. Charlotte's popping to mind for me. Charlotte real estate. And let's see who's doing some videos. This guy looks like he popped up top. That means the algorithm's probably liking what he's doing, right? He got 2,000 views for his latest video 9 days ago. So if you happen to be a kvCORE user, Sasa, if not, why not? But here you go. So what I'm saying is go see what other people are doing. He's doing a housing market update. That's a great idea. I'll subscribe, right? Subscribe to them. If you subscribe to other agents, there's a good chance they'll see you subscribe. They'll get a notification. Maybe they'll return the favor and subscribe back to you. But he's doing a great job. And the way I know it is, you know, he's getting 2,000 views on his videos, but also he's got 18 comments. So he's doing a great job. So you can probably do that in every market, find out who the 1 or 2 players are. Definitely check in your market who the big player is. Let me see, St. Pete, Florida real estate. I haven't done this myself. So it looks like Chris Karan here has a great video about the top 5 neighborhoods in town. So it'll give you ideas for what to do, and you know, you can see, get some ideas about their production. Now, I think what a lot of people do is they worry about like doing what the big YouTubers do, like real good production value. I'll just reiterate, yes, you eventually want to get there, but to get started, hey man, if it's just an ugly screencast-o-matic screen recording, right? Or if it's you shaking on video, like some of the ones I showed you, just get it out there. It's content on your channel. It will start to build your channel. And then as time goes on, you know, get better. In a perfect world, in a year or two, you know, you're paying a video editor, you got a nephew or a son or a daughter who's doing your editing, and you're evolving your game. But start with just little simple ugly videos, and you will get somewhere with those. Cool. Thanks to everybody for watching this week. I'm not seeing other questions, so I'm hoping you guys are just kind of chewing on all this. Usually that's what's going on. If I'm like at questions, you're like checking out some of the resources mentioned, things like that. So Raphael is saying, I want to bring this one up, Raphael. He's saying he's having a stumbling block, and it is consistent with real estate, and is finding the time to implement. And I agree. It's like information overload, especially in this industry. There are 20,000 ways to skin the cat. I mean, the truth is, all the things I talk about all day, guys, you know, if you just walk down the street and knock on doors, you know, we all know this. If you have the guts to do that, you'll never need to look for business again in your life, right? Or just treat your sphere of influence well. But Raphael, my advice would be just pick one, you know, sit on these and like learn the stuff and put it in the back of your head, but just pick something. Like, is it a Facebook ad for new construction? Like I keep bringing up, is it a foreclosure property tour once a week? And it's all about stacking. I have a mentor right now, a mastermind group I'm in, this guy, Jason Starbuck, and he's teaching me stacking, which is something I've always done, but more or less, it's about the recurring appointments in your life. What do you do almost every day as a routine, you know, right when you wake up or at the same time every business day, and pick 1 or 2 of the things we talk about here and make them part of your stack. So as part of my stack, I'm going to post a listing of the day to Facebook every day. Cool. That's like 5 minutes. I will do that every day. It's on my calendar. Am I going to record 1 YouTube video related to real estate every day and get it on? Cool. I dedicate, you know, and then you pick a 30 to 60-minute block in your calendar every day, which is dedicated to your YouTube game. And then, and that might be all you need, you know, and just pick 2 or 3, but don't feel stressed about getting to all of them, because I know that can happen too. Back in the day when I was learning all this stuff, I remember that feeling of like, I gotta do everything. And then you end up like getting to-do managers, like Todoist and all these, just to organize all the ideas, instead of tuning out, you know, 90% of it, just running 1 or 2. So I think everybody's probably read The One Thing, right? Gary Keller's book. So, you know, I think this and essentialism, but he's talking probably more about focusing on one venture, but I think you can apply this to marketing techniques itself within your business. Like, what's the one thing that will really move the needle for my business? What can, you know, and I'm going to triple down on that. So it's The One Thing, and I'd also recommend Essentialism by Greg McKeown. This is kind of about like cutting out the stuff that just kind of really doesn't serve you. Thanks, Raphael. Yeah, the growth systems, you know, I'm trying to give a framework, but I am mindful of like giving too many options. The other part of it is, I mean, I got to do something, 3 webinars a week. You guys, it's like, we could just talk about the one idea that'll get you a bunch of business, the same thing every week, but that would get boring. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm not seeing other questions. I appreciate the feedback. Miriam, to your question, you're seeing an email at the top of KV Core, and it's a customer. Is it like up here, like up top? It could be like a weird, wacky thing with our dashboard. I would log out, log back in, like the cable company would tell you to do. And our support team will probably try to do, or try another browser. But otherwise, yeah, it's got to be one of those tech support things. You got to hit the support team. There's not much I can do. Okay, guys, I'll get this replay live on the YouTube channel. It is already live, but I'll put it in the playlist. Going into next week, not sure what we'll do. I will catch up with you, Raphael. We'll do one session. I think we were going to do graphics or something. You have to remind me. And anybody else who's interested in just coming on, if you have a topic or either something that you're really good at that you want to share, or something you're just wondering about, you want to be a guinea pig, and you want to get some aspect of your business done and walk through, and you don't mind me doing it with you live in front of other people, let me know. That's totally something we could do, and I'm happy to have a guest anytime. Yeah, we're gonna get crazy with Google Drawings. That'll be fun. We're gonna do some really hack web design, because most of us aren't designers, including me, but we're gonna use Google Draw next week to get that done. So I'll reach out, Raphael, to schedule that up with you. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday.